Hello and welcome to the Plan B guide to the Attremidies encounter within Blackwing Descent. The rating configuration we've chosen for this encounter is 1 tank, 3 heals and 6 DPS. As you can see, we are beginning this fight. You will see then 4 quarters to where people are all stacking up, each at 90 degrees with roughly 3 people in each group. The tank will be on his own, making the 10th player at X, where Attremidies is currently being tanked now. Okay, so as you just saw, we had some discs come in. We avoided those discs on high priority, and there's a flame breath. Obviously, that's selected one player. Those who weren't selected went left, and the player went right. Anyone in the purple group would have strayed off to their right as well. And after that, we then are awaiting Searing Flame, and I've popped a gong as soon as Searing Flames come up. And then I'm returning back to stack. Reason we're stacking is for AoE heals, but also so that we know where the discs are going to be spawning and travelling to. So from here on, as you can see, we're maintaining our stacks, and we're waiting for FAs to come up. Okay, so there's FAs about to pop. We're all stacked up, nice and tidy, getting AoE, very sexy AoE heals. And there goes Attremidies. Now he's about to target somebody now. There we go, he's targeting our DPS priest, who has died, did not move quick enough. Not a very ideal situation, so I've hit a gong nice and early, so that our druid will be able to battle res him and get him back into the fight. So you can see that it's tracking on me now. I've hit a gong. It always hits the person who always tracks the target who hits the gong. So I'm running around here, making sure to keep the fire out of the raid at the back of the room. Running around, taking a little bit of fire damage there. Not very ideal, but again, not too bad. So Attremidies is back on the ground. Everyone's going back to their stack points. Our battle res hasn't obviously gone off yet, but it will soon. There it goes. There we go. And again, we're avoiding those discs on priority. And then returning back to our stack points. Fairly simple fight, guys. Just be aware of, if you take too much sound, you may need to call it out and get an additional gong popped. However, if everyone's doing everything correctly, then we generally don't have too much stress. So that big move you just saw then was modulation. It does increase everyone's sound on default. We had a person take too much sound, so I've hit a gong early. And I'm waiting for Searing Flame. There it goes. So I've interrupted that with a gong, and I've come to a stack point. As the gong person, I'm sort of just stacking up with whichever group I'm closest to, or I feel needs me there. Or I anticipate I'll be travelling to another spot. As you can see, that's tracking our druid healer. He's going off towards the tank, and he's taking a bit of fire damage there, so he's taking a bit of sound, and modulation's increased his sound to 100, so he's now dead. We've got no battle reses left, so we're going to continue this fight with just 2 heals. We're fairly well geared, so we managed to successfully do this without too much stress. But I would recommend that is not very, if you can avoid dying, then definitely, don't die. Okay, I've hit a gong. It's following me again. So I'm taking the fire back up the end of the room so that it's not in our encounter zone. Again, while I'm all the way back up here, I generally don't have any heals, so it's basically up to me to be on the ball with making sure that the fire doesn't hit me. So Attremidies is back on the ground, and I'm going to a stack point. Fire's not too bad in this room. As you can see, it's easily, we can move around it. Sonic Breath is coming, so he's going to target somebody again. And we're just making sure we maintain avoiding those discs. There he goes, he's targeting one of the people in our right hand group. And they're straying off towards the tank. And nobody else has had to move. Keeping it nice and easy for everybody. Okay, we've got Searing Flame again, so I'm heading towards a gong. and I've actually hit it a little bit too early. So I'm waiting for it to come unstunned, and there's Searing Flame again. So if you do hit the gong too early, guys, don't stress too much. Just be prepared that as soon as he's comes off his stun, he's going to cast that Searing Flame. So be ready to hit a second gong. So that's tracking me now. So as you can see, I've come towards the tank, and nobody else has really had to do any moving. And then I'm just grouping up with the other stack point. Okay, we've got an air phase again soon. As you can see, the whole thing's pretty much rinse and repeat. Yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Hopefully this guide's been some help to your raid group and gives you enough information to successfully down Attremidies. Again, it's a fairly simple fight, so you know, just be on the ball with what's going on. I nearly fell off the edge there, which is really quite fun. Bit of an ice block there. The fire got too close to me, so it's off tracking someone else. Again, any further questions, I'm Rizz from Plan B on Aman'Thul server. I hope this guide is enough help for your raid group to down Attremidies. All the best and happy looting.